money make you change the game and let the game change you.
Hey guys, this is Ted from KWG Paint Veins. I got the invert jersey on only because I'm waiting for some clothes to be dried out, so it's not like I'm trying to roll with some sort of theme here. I haven't made videos in a while. That's gonna happen. It's getting slower now. The fall's coming. I'm really hoping to get some footage on the field next weekend, because there's going to be a really cool Halloween themed scenario event at my local field. So I'm volunteering to ref at that event, and I'm probably going to try and use my friend's GoPro and get some footage of that so I can put it up here. It'll be really cool if it comes out the way I'm hoping. But this video today is about aftermarket bolts. A little earlier, actually in the summer, I got a pretty big equipment unboxing video. Now it wasn't that big, but you know, it had a bunch of different things that covered a wide variety of equipment. I got a jersey and the Deadly Wind kit and all that other stuff. And among those things was this, the Tech L7 for the G4. And I had tons of problems with it, and I thought I had a bad dud and everything like that. So I gave it a chance. But after watching a few of my friends and a few people at the field who had come with their tech products or just their aftermarket bolts in general, assuming, because one guy had some, I don't even know where he got his, but the most common really is tech, I'd find. But they had bolts that weren't the stock bolt for their gun, and they just had a wide variety of problems. So as you can see, my G4 has a stock bolt back into it, and I've come to the consensus now that it's not worth the money to buy an aftermarket bolt. Maybe it was just a string of unlucky people, but it was enough for me to decide that this was a waste of money, and that I wanted to make a video saying that it was a waste of money, because I just had problems after problems with it. When I would use it and go out and play on the field and stuff, I would shoot great for about 2 or 3 shots, and then it would be like shoot, clip, shoot, clip, shoot, clip. It would shoot, and then it wouldn't shoot. It would you'd just hear the click of the trigger, and then you'd shoot again and everything, and the bolt wouldn't go all the way. It wouldn't seat all the way back. It would stick a little bit into the breech, and I'd stick my finger in there and push the bolt back to try and reseat it, and then it would rip out an O-ring, and the O-ring would fly in there. So I replaced all the O-rings and everything, and it would still do that even with new, well lubricated O-rings and everything. So it was just a goddamn nightmare to deal with. And I called Tech, and no detriment to their customer service or anything like that. They were really understanding about it. They said, "Oh yeah, did you try this? Did you try this?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I tried this and I tried this," and nothing worked. And so I just said, "Well, thank you, for your help and everything like that. But I'll just see what I can do from here." And I just went right back to the stock bolt, and the gun shot flawlessly. So, in my opinion, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the $70. Well, I didn't pay 70. I paid 65. It wasn't worth the $60 that I paid for it. Because it was just problems. The gun essentially could not shoot, and it wasn't very much different in sound signature for me, and it wasn't very much different in how light of a shot it was. And I didn't adjust my dwell or anything like that. I put everything to stock just to see. I messed with settings to try and get things to work, but nothing seemed to work. And so whenever someone asks me, "Hey, is the L7 a good investment for my G4, or is this aftermarket bolt a good investment for my gun?" I'm just going to have to straight up just go off and say no. Because of my experience, and because of the experiences of people I've seen at the field I play at and everything like that, if you buy a gun, and you want to get aftermarket parts for it, don't make a bolt one of the things. You want to get a new board? Sure. You want to get a new trigger? Sure. Hell, if you want to replace the feed neck or something like that, you can do that. If you want to take off parts and change the color scheme of your gun, whatever. You want different, a different reg even, I don't care. Sure, those are things that are going to probably be pretty safe. But a bolt, don't even consider it. If you want a better bolt for a gun, then you should just save up the money and get a better gun. Because the bolt is made for that particular gun, and no matter how much companies may want to swell their things up and stuff like that. It's never going to be as perfectly fit to the gun as the original stock bolt. And I learned that one the hard way. So my suggestion now is this needs to go in the trash, and you need to be content with your stock bolt. I'm content with my stock bolt. You know, I have my Deadly Wind kit on there that helps me with efficiency and everything like that. The gun, the G4, is already pretty quiet on its own. I mean, it's got a bit more of a pop sound than with the L7. The L7 has more of a whooshy sound, and it's a teensy bit quieter in sound signature, whereas this has a more of a pop sound on it when you shoot it. But that doesn't really bother me all that much. You know, I'm shooting fast. I'm gonna go hard as much as I can. You know, and with 4 or 5 other guns on my side of the field blowing up, you know, that can be disorienting on its own. So I suppose, you know, it was sort of a mistake on my part. And people, you guys should learn from my mistake, for real. My suggestion, just walk away from aftermarket bolts. Don't even consider it. I guess you can do what you want, though. I mean, because Tech has got some really great products. You know, you can. I'm not saying don't go buy from them. They have great products. Their iFit is awesome. But aftermarket bolts from anything, for any gun, I would just say walk away from it unless it's made by the original manufacturer. For instance, the Bob Long guns, you went out and bought a Protégé, the stock bolt was there. If you wanted to go upgrade and get a pillow bolt, you'd buy it from Bob Long, and it was fit and designed to fit his gun perfectly. You know, so no, that's totally fine. That's a special exception right there. But buying, let's say, a dangerous power gun and then going to a new company to buy a bolt for your dangerous power gun, I learned that the hard way. Bad idea. Don't do it. So yeah, I hope you guys learned from my mistake. Rate, comment, and subscribe.
Faithful, all my people stay true. I said, make the money, don't let the money make you. Change the game, don't let the game change you. I'll forever remain faithful. All my people stay true.